Hello everyone, welcome to an exciting journey with American fishermen on giant flounder fishing boats. Today, we will explore an exciting working day of fishermen, from catching millions of giant flounders with long lines to processing and cutting fish right on the boat. Let's take a look back at the arduous journey, the joy of labor and the enjoyment of the achievements that the sea gives. Let's start now. The video will begin to tell the detailed process of a day on an American flounder fishing boat. They use long lines to drop into the sea, where giant flounders are attracted and caught on the hook. The description can tell about the technique of catching flounders, the challenges that fishermen face, and the ingenuity in each stage of catching fish. Fishing process. Every morning, fishermen prepare their boats and equipment. Check their long lines, a system of fishing lines containing thousands of hooks, each equipped with bait to attract giant flounder. They cast their lines into the deep waters off the coast of Alaska. Where the flounder congregate. Once the fish are hooked, the fishermen will pull the lines up. Each giant flounder weighing a ton is brought to the deck of the boat. The joy of work. Fishing can be extremely hard work, but fishermen always keep an optimistic spirit. The laughter, the coordination between members of the boat and the satisfaction of seeing each flounder pulled up are clear evidence of this working spirit. Videos can focus on happy moments between fishermen, from humorous stories to sharing experiences in the profession, processing and cutting fish right on the boat. Once the giant flounder are pulled onto the boat, the processing process immediately begins. Fishermen will cut the fish right on the deck, mostly to keep the fish fresh and convenient for storage. They use professional tools to process the fish quickly and accurately. This process is done in batches, and in a working day, millions of halibut can be processed right on the boat. The video is not just about the work, but also about the connection between people and the sea, the sustainable use of natural resources. And the value of halibut fishing to the local economy. In the video, we will witness up close the work of pulling the long line with the help of modern machinery. The long line system is designed to release thousands of hooks at a time, often kilometers long on the deep sea floor. After releasing the line, the fishermen will wait for the giant halibut to bite. This is a process that requires patience and experience to determine the exact right time to pull the line up. When the time comes, the boat will begin the reeling process. With powerful reeling systems, each meter of fishing line is pulled up. Carrying the giant halibut. Halibut can weigh from tens to hundreds of kilograms. And each reeling, dozens, even hundreds of halibut are caught on the hook. The fishermen have to work continuously to pull the fish off the hook, ensuring the process is done quickly and safely. In this part of the video, we will see detailed images of the giant halibut, a fish that can reach more than 2 meters in length and weigh up to hundreds of kilograms. Halibut is known for its white, firm and nutritious meat, becoming one of the most valuable commercial fish on the world market. The video will explain more about the biological characteristics of this fish. Where it lives and its role in the marine ecosystem. In addition, the video will emphasize that fishermen not only work for profit but also have a close connection with the sea. Knowing how to exploit fish sustainably so as not to affect the environment and aquatic resources. The work of catching giant halibut is not always smooth. The video will take viewers into scenes of fishermen facing fierce winds and harsh weather in the Alaskan Sea. The sea can become fierce at any time, and waves up to several meters high can make netting more difficult than ever. But despite that, fishermen continue their work with perseverance and dedication to the profession. Sudden storms, freezing temperatures and lurking dangers do not discourage fishermen. They are used to these challenges, and each time they overcome them is a testament to their strength and courage. Their bravery, once the halibut is hauled aboard. The processing begins immediately. This is important to keep the fish as fresh as possible, as it will quickly lose quality if not preserved immediately after catching. The video will detail how the fishermen use specialized cutting knives to section each part of the giant halibut, from the main meat to other appendages. The process takes place in a chain. One team of fishermen will be responsible for hauling the fish, while another team specializes in cutting and processing. The equipment on board is specially designed to optimize this process, from cutting tables to on-site freezers to ensure the highest quality of the halibut product. The video will also highlight the use of advanced technologies in modern fishing, helping fishermen increase work efficiency and reduce manual labor. Automatic equipment supports long line pulling, fish cutting, and even onboard freezing, ensuring that each flounder is kept in the best condition, meeting the strict requirements of the global market. Modern machinery not only helps reduce the physical burden on fishermen but also helps optimize productivity. Allowing them to catch millions of flounder in just one working day. Next, the video will focus on the economic value of giant flounder in the market. Flounder is one of the fish with high economic value, exported to many countries around the world. From the US to Europe and Asia, flounder meat is popular not only because of its delicious taste but also because of its high nutritional value. High-class chefs often use flounder in expensive dishes. And the price of flounder in the market can be very high, especially when the supply is limited. American halibut fishermen not only provide a stable source of income but also contribute significantly to the development of the seafood industry and the local economy. An indispensable part of the video is the emphasis on sustainability in the fishing process. Today's fishermen are not only focused on fishing but also concerned with protecting marine resources. Strict regulations on fishing limits and measures to protect the marine environment are widely applied. This ensures that halibut fishing does not negatively affect the marine ecosystem and that halibut resources will remain abundant for future generations. The video ends with the image of fishermen returning after a long day of work. With their holds full of halibut, they are satisfied with the fruits of their labor, smiles clearly visible on their strong faces. Before closing, the video will send viewers a message about the importance of protecting the marine environment, while calling for support for high-quality, sustainably caught seafood products from American fishermen. After a hard day at sea, when the ship is full of halibut, the product transfer process begins. The video will continue to describe the process of transferring fish from the ship to the purchasing points or processing plants. This is a very important step in the supply chain, ensuring that the fish is properly preserved and distributed to consumers as quickly as possible. Giant halibut vessels often have special holds designed to keep the fish at extremely low temperatures. To maintain freshness during transportation, these refrigerated containers will be filled with halibut after being processed right on the ship, helping to optimize time and ensure high quality when it reaches customers. The importance of the preservation process. To ensure the quality of halibut, the video will clarify the role of modern preservation technology on board. After being cut and processed, the fish will immediately be put into a low-temperature preservation system. Large freezers can keep fish at sub-zero temperatures, inactivating enzymes and bacteria that can cause food spoilage. This is especially important when ships are at sea for days or weeks. Good preservation not only ensures that fish remain fresh, but also ensures that their nutritional value and taste are retained when they reach the end consumer. Connecting fishermen to distributors. The video then shows how fishermen connect with major distributors, from seafood processing plants to global supermarket chains. As the halibut boat completes its journey laden with giant fish, the video cuts to another majestic sight of the sea, giant seine fishing boats. Starting a new day in the Alaskan waters. The first image that appears is of powerful fishing boats, equipped with giant seine nets, plying the vast seas. At first glance, the scene exudes the busyness and bustle of fishing activity, as fishermen prepare their giant nets, ready to collect hundreds of tons of fish. Large seine nets are one of the most efficient fishing tools when it comes to quantity. With a special design, the net can surround and capture a large school of fish. The top part of the net has buoys, while the bottom part has heavy lead lines that help the net sink deep, forming a giant bag that holds the fish inside. Fishermen using large seine nets often target schooling fish such as sardines, mackerel or tuna, when detecting a school of fish through a modern radar system or fish finder. The ship will quickly move to the ideal position and start dropping the net. The video will describe in detail the process of dropping the net into the sea, an activity that takes place with the smooth cooperation of the entire crew. Each section of net hundreds of meters long is dropped into the sea in a short time. The image of buoys floating on the waves creates a large circle, surrounding the giant school of fish below. When the net has completely covered the school of fish, the fishermen begin to pull the net back. This is the most important and thrilling moment, when the net slowly shrinks, forcing the fish into a narrower space. The shouts of encouragement and the rumbling sound of the machinery when pulling the net further increase the tension and excitement on board. Hundreds of tons of fish, the result of each net pull. After pulling the net, hundreds of tons of fish are tightly packed inside, creating a spectacular scene. The fish bobbed and swam but could not escape, creating a vivid and majestic picture. The fish were then pulled onto the boat using large cranes and a modern conveyor system. The fishermen worked tirelessly, moving quickly to ensure that the fish were properly processed and preserved. The image of huge volumes of fish being unloaded onto the boat, with hundreds of fishermen always busy, demonstrated their diligence and strength. Like catching halibut, the process of using large purse seines also faced no small challenges. The video will show viewers the hardships of the fishermen when facing unpredictable weather, large waves and time pressure when they needed to complete the job as quickly as possible to ensure that the fish were not damaged. The skill in controlling the boat and the precision in dropping and pulling the nets require fishermen to have extensive experience and good teamwork skills. Any mistake can lead to the loss of part or all of the net, causing heavy losses. In this section, the video will introduce advanced technologies that support fishermen in the process of fishing with large purse seine. Sonar systems, radars, and fish finders help them detect and track schools of fish in the deep sea. In addition, automatic machines in dropping and retrieving nets help increase speed and reduce the burden of manual labor. The refrigeration and preservation system on board is also an important part, ensuring that hundreds of tons of fish are immediately processed and kept cold after being pulled up. This helps ensure the quality and commercial value of the fish, while protecting the economic interests of fishermen. Moving on to the story of fishermen with life at sea. After describing in detail the process of fishing with large purse seine, the video will move on to real images of fishermen's lives on board. In between stressful working hours, fishermen have moments of relaxation, sharing stories with each other, showing optimism and love for the job despite the difficulties at sea. Laughter echoes during meals or short breaks between trips, highlighting the team spirit and solidarity between members on board. These moments demonstrate the humanity in fishermen's lives, giving viewers a closer look at the work and people far out at sea. This transition will smoothly connect from catching giant halibut with long lines to catching hundreds of tons of fish with large purse seines, creating a comprehensive view of the efficient and large-scale fishing methods of Alaskan fishermen. From here, the video continues to highlight the professionalism and resilience of fishermen, helping viewers better understand their important role in the seafood industry. After transitioning to large purse fishing, the video will continue to emphasize on the fish that fishermen often target during this process. Large purse seine nets are often used to catch large schools of fish such as mackerel, tuna, sardines, and herring. These are all fish with high economic value, not only providing an important food source but also the main raw material for the seafood processing industry. These fish are sorted and processed right on the boat after being caught. The video can describe the sorting process, in which workers will quickly separate the fish according to size and quality to ensure the final product meets the highest standards. Mackerel, tuna, and sardines are often exported to international markets such as Japan, Europe, and the United States, where they are used to make famous dishes such as sashimi, sushi, or processed into canned fish. Catching hundreds of tons of fish every day not only helps fishermen sustain their lives but also contributes greatly to the local and national economy. This section of the video delves into the seafood export market, highlighting the role of large purse-seine fish in the global economy. Countries such as Japan and South Korea are particularly fond of tuna and mackerel. And American fishermen have built strong trade relationships with these markets. However, catching and exporting large quantities also comes with challenges in storage and transportation. The video highlights the importance of onboard refrigeration and optimal transportation methods to ensure that fish remain fresh when they reach consumers. Additionally, the video discusses how importing countries often have very high standards for seafood products. Requiring fishermen to strictly adhere to regulations on quality and food safety. This not only ensures profits for fishermen, but also helps to enhance the reputation and quality of American seafood products in the international market. After emphasizing the economic value, the video moves on to discuss sustainability in fishing. This is a pressing issue in the global seafood industry, and the United States, especially the state of Alaska, has taken many measures to protect marine resources. The video will introduce the strict regulations that fishermen must follow to ensure that large-scale purse-seine fishing does not deplete wild fish populations. One common management measure is the quota system, in which the government grants fishermen a certain number of fish to catch each season. This helps control the level of exploitation, avoiding overexploitation and depletion of marine resources. In addition, the video will also mention the use of modern equipment and technology such as nets that do not harm other marine life, bycatch reduction devices.